This is an example of an NTB for Form 2. The theme is Health and Environment. The topic, Healthcare. Content Standard 3.1. Understand a variety of texts by using a range of appropriate reading strategies to construct meaning. Learning Standard 3.1.4. Using independently familiar print and digital resources to check meaning. 3.1.5. Recognize with support the attitude or opinion of the writer in simple longer texts. The objective: pupils should be able to 1. Read and understand the basic information about health insurance. 2. Extract information from infographic. The activity: are you insured? This is a reading lesson. For the financial education element, it is risk management, wealth protection, and insurance. This can also be used in NTB for Form 1. For the starter activity, the teacher carries out a pre-test on healthcare. There are 6 true and false questions. For example, question 1. All Malaysian pupils have healthcare insurance. True or false? For the main activity, teacher introduces the vocabulary related to health insurance. For example, health insurance means an insurance policy that covers the cost of medical expenses. She then provides information in the form of infographic and discusses it. For example, all students are covered by health insurance. She then carries out a share and turn activity based on what the pupils have learnt from the infographic. Pupils answer the questions in the worksheet and share the outcome with the class. This is a sample of a completed worksheet. For the closure, teacher carries out the post-test. Pupils complete the post-test and give feedback if their scores have improved. Teacher ends the lesson with a moral value: better be safe than sorry.
The second example is from Chapter 2 in the Form 3 textbook, Close-Up. Topic: Food, Food, Food. Content Standard 2.1. Communicate information, ideas, opinions, and feelings intelligibly on familiar topics. 2.3. Use appropriate communication strategies. Learning Standard 2.3.1. Keep interaction going in longer exchanges by asking a speaker to slow down, speak up, or repeat what they have said. 2.1.4. Explain on point of view. Objective: pupils should be able to 1. Select and justify the choice made. 2. Create a menu based on the information given. Activity: Family Meal Budget. This is a speaking lesson. The financial education element: money, management, and planning. For the starter activity, teacher displays a chart that shows a variety of food and their prices. Pupils are given a scenario. You are each given Rm 10 ringgit to spend on a meal. Pick your choice of food and give reasons. This can be an individual or pair work. For the main activity, pupils sit in pairs. Teacher displays the situation and the task on the board and explains. Situation: Ahmad's family consists of 4 people: his parents, his 13-year-old sister, and him. They have always been eating out. They spend 150 ringgit on 3 meals a day. Pupils plan a healthy home-cooked menu for a day, which is 3 meals for a family of 4 and a grocery list that is cost-effective for that menu. Pupils refer to the chart on display for choice of food and price. Teacher displays a blank sample of a menu and a grocery list. Pupils complete the task of preparing a grocery list for a cost-effective menu for a family and present it. For the closure, pupils justify their selection of the grocery list, menu, and conclude by stating which is the smarter choice, a home-cooked meal or eating out. Teacher ends the lesson with a moral value: save by budgeting.
The last example is from Chapter 1 in the Form 1 textbook, Pulse 2. The topic is, What do you like? Content Standard 2.1. Communicate information, ideas, opinions and feelings intelligibly on familiar topics. Learning Standard 2.1.1. Ask about and give detailed information about themselves and others. The objective: pupils should be able to 1. State the reason for buying an item. 2. State reasons for choosing an item over the other. The activity is called Necessary Needs and Wishful Wants. This is a speaking lesson. The financial education element is financial responsibility and decision making. For the starter activity, teacher displays a variety of items on the board. She asks each pupil to buy 4 out of 16 items displayed. Pupils then sit in groups of 4 or 5 to discuss the purchased items based on the point of discussion as shown. For example, what are the 2 most items purchased by your group members? What are the reasons for purchasing those items? Discuss from the viewpoint of cost and necessity. And write the outcome of the discussion on a mini whiteboard. Teacher then calls out the group randomly and asks them to give feedback on the discussion. As for the main activity, teacher explains the meaning of needs and wants. For example, needs are things that we must have in order to survive. Wants are things that we would like to have to simply enjoy. Teacher then introduces a card game called It's Your Choice. Nothing works like a game in the classroom and getting pupils all excited and competitive, right? This game is about players making wise purchases in order to get better cash returns from the banker. The things needed to play this game: a set of 6 player cards numbered 1 to 6 that contain 2 scenarios on each. A set of banker cards numbered 1 to 6 that contain 2 justifications on each. Some sample money. Now, how to play the game? Pupils sit in groups of 4 or 5. Okay? One of the group members become a banker and the rest players. Each player will be given 50 ringgit of the sample money. A player picks a player card from the set. Let's say it's card 2. There will be 2 scenarios on the card, C and D. Player chooses one out of 2 scenarios given and pays the banker the amount of money stated on the particular scenario. C is 5 ringgit, D is 10 ringgit. The banker picks up the card of the same number, card 2, from the banker set. The banker then reads out the justification for the player's choice and pays out the cashback stated on the card. The winner is the player who has made the most cash by making wise choices. Now, how to play this game? Okay, for example, let's say the player picks player card 2 and chooses option D, which is buy lunch at a nearby restaurant, and the player pays 10 ringgit as stated here to the banker. The banker then picks up the same numbered card, number 2, and reads out the justification for the option D and gives back the cashback of 15 ringgit as stated for that option. The next player would do the same by picking another player card. The pupils use the sentence starters to communicate while playing this game. For example, I choose option D because the burger in that restaurant is very tasty. As for the closure, the teacher carries out an exit pass activity that tests the meaning of needs and wants. Pupils fill in the blanks with the correct answer. Teacher then ends the lesson with a moral value. Choose wisely.
Financial education teaches pupils the basic of money management, such as budgeting, saving, and investing.
This knowledge and skill empower pupils to manage money effectively for a lifetime of financial well-being. Thank you.